This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the month of March 2023. Winds of change are blowing, and the oceans are rising up to meet them. We're at the threshold of territory unlike any we've visited in this lifetime. Yes, it's that dramatic, but only peering at it for now. On this side of the divide, it's all systems go, 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 with no cosmic roadblocks in our way. Nothing is retrograde all month long. Two outer planets, Saturn and Pluto, are changing signs, and we're feeling their new modes even before they arrive. This is the time we'll look back on in retrospect as a clear dividing line between what was and what came. Activity is at a fevered pitch from the start. The two planets of indulgence, Venus, the sky's social director, and Jupiter, advocate for excess, are turning up the heat in leap without looking back Aries on the first. What follows is not chaos, but controlled. Minds and messages are orderly and tuned to the bigger picture, with rule maker Saturn tempering Mercury the next day. The cosmic messenger then shifts into intuition and mind melding as he floats through Pisces March 2nd through 19th. While its all-connecting waters wash over us, the Virgo full moon on March 7th drives home the need and desirability of boundaries. Quick change artist Uranus electrifies the evaluation, snapping attention to out-of-whack situations and flipping switches in our hearts. While the lightning storm is flashing, Saturn leaves the friend zone of Aquarius hours after the full moon peaks and returns to Pisces for the first time in some 30 years. The cosmic taskmaster is angling for order and responsibility to others and stands ready to deliver lessons. His first months circle us back to 1994. Thinking about themes from that year may aid navigation now. We're riding on intuition and the sensation of connection to something greater than ourselves, which peaks mid-month. Lots of other formless energies are mounting at the same time, though. A major gaslighting advisory is in effect March 14, when action hero Mars squares Neptune, planet of illusion. The impact clouds the air with lies and fantasies, but may, paradoxically, pierce the mists and reveal divinely guided truths. The issue of what is real and what is something else envelops us when Mercury and then the Sun meet Neptune March 15th and 16th. Trouble is, we're not merely floating on otherworldly vibes, but also acting on our perceptions and pushing them out. At the same time, desires are taking on subterranean and cellular impulses, from Venus's square to Pluto. Secrets and triangulation are coming out. Priorities are streamlining. Relationships are dying or evolving, and the ones that remain are intensifying. Desire for more concrete experience and connecting immediately results. Venus moves into her earthy home of Taurus March 16th and encourages immersion in sensuality and savoring. Despite her preference, the action is only continuing to ramp up. Much of the flurry is verbal, from the frantic gauntlet that Mercury is running March 17th through 19th. Words fly when he squares Mars and runs straight to the Sun, at which point everyone is certain right is on their side. Baggage drops, thinking simplifies, and the trivial flies into history if we accept the handshake Mercury offers to Pluto. The cosmic messenger is energized and streamlined as the gauntlet delivers him to the impulses and boldness of Aries. Social niceties go out the window as passions and ambitions ignite around the equinox, March 21st, when the Sun joins Mercury in Aries. Fieriness takes hold in the new moon the next day at the first degree of Aries, the most raw, unfiltered, and unpolished expression of its energies. We're emboldened and fearless, perhaps foolishly so, as change agent Pluto reaches the sign of Aquarius on March 23rd. Strange new horizons are coming into view, where unfamiliar allocations of power and means of coexistence await. It's been 15 years since he last shifted mode. No one on the planet has experienced him in this new one, which he has not visited since 1778 to 1798. Saturn paved the way in the past 3 years, imposing distance and more technology-based interactions on us. Now Pluto will further refine and reshape society. We stand at the threshold for a few months now, from late March until early June, then return to Pluto and Capricorn cleanup work for the rest of the year. The first days at the threshold see us doing a lot more than gazing into the future in awe. Mars moves into Cancer March 24th, inspiring us to fight for what we love. Communication, and maybe shouting, hits a fevered pitch reminiscent of the month's start when Mercury joins Jupiter March 28th. The Mars-Saturn trine March 30th has us pushing for stability and structure and some rules of our own. By the end of the month, Earthbound Venus opens us to novel indulgences and desires, and breakthroughs are rampant when she meets Uranus on March 30th. A new way of life calls for new companions and approaches. It's an electric end to a high-energy month. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. Visit my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list, listen to my weekly podcasts, and book a session with me. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host conversation on Facebook, on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I'm on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel.